Hi viewers. Today topic we have to see applied hydraulics and pneumatics. In that applied hydraulics and pneumatics, we have to see what is by fluid power. Fluid power is nothing but with the help of fluids we can able to create and generate and control and transmit the power to actuate any kind of hydraulic or pneumatic system. Normally fluid power they are classified into two types. One is hydraulics and another one is pneumatics. Hydraulics is nothing but with the help of liquid pressure, we can operate that any hydraulic system. Similarly, pneumatics is nothing but with the help of pressurized gas, we can able to produce mechanical motion to control the pneumatic system. And next we have to see various hydraulic fluid we are used in hydraulic system. First one is the water, second one petroleum oil, third one water glycol, fourth one phosphate ester and water oil emulsion. These are the different types of hydraulic fluid we are used to actuate any kind of hydraulic components. These are the different types of properties of fluid we have to choose based on the application. First one is viscosity, next one viscosity index, oxidation stability, lubricity, rust prevention, flash and fire point. Based on the application, we have to choose these are the main properties of fluid we have to consider for any kind of hydraulic actuation. And these are the drawing elements we have to create any kind of circuit. First one is the piping, second one is a pilot line, cross lines, connector lines, pump, reservoir, electric motor, cylinder, hydraulic motor, filter, accumulator, system relief valve. These are the major symbols we have to design any kind of hydraulic components. Next one is port and position. You should know what is by port and what is by position. You have to see there is a box and arrow mark. The box indicates the position and the arrow mark indicates the port. So you have different types of ports and position 2 by 2, 3 by 2, 4 by 2. You have to see the 2 by 2. There are two rectangular box. Inside there is a one inlet port and outlet port. So each position having one inlet and one outlet. So how it represent 2 by 2? The numerator represent the port and denominator represent the position. So in the 2 by 2, there are two port are there and divided by two position are there. You have to see 3 by 2, there are three port are there and two position. Already I told position indicates the rectangular box. Each rectangular box contains three port. So there is one inlet port and one outlet port. There is a closed port that mentioned in T. So this is the 3 by 2 port. So you have to see the 4 by 2. There are four port and two position. There are two rectangular box are there that indicates two position. Each rectangular box contain four port. One is inlet port P. There is an outlet port A, and another inlet port B and stored tank T. So these are the four port and two position. Basically the components of hydraulic system. The major components we have to see in hydraulic system, first one is oil reservoir, rotary pump, pressure relief valve, direction control valve, flow control valve, double acting cylinder, pressure gauge and filter. So these are the main important components for hydraulic system used to actuate this hydraulic system. First one is oil reservoir. The main function of oil reservoir is to store sufficient amount of hydraulic oil in that system. Apart from that, some other important function also there. We have to cool that hot return oil and we have to settle down the impurities, and also we have to remove the air bubbles. This is the other important purpose we are used for an oil reservoir. Next one is the rotary pump. Rotary pump, the main function of rotary pump is to pump hydraulic oil to that hydraulic circuit. The main major function of rotary pump which converts the mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. So rotary pump which is an positive displacement pump and can deliver constant flow rate at higher pressure. So next one is the pressure relief valve. The name itself, you know the pressure relief valve. Whenever the system having an excess pressure, with the help of pressure relief valve, we can able to store into that tank. So this is the important component which required for every positive displacement pump. So the valve which is connected to outlet of the pump, the major function we have to release the oil which is back to the tank. when the system having excess pressure. So next one is a direction control valve. It controls the direction of flow of oil by which it performs. There is an extraction and a retraction of an actuator. So during extraction and retraction of the cylinder, we have to control the direction of flow of oil. So with the help of direction control valve, we can able to control the direction. Next one is the flow control valve. We can able to control the flow rate of an oil with the help of flow control valve. We can able to control the speed of extension or retraction of the actuator, also controlled. Actuator produces work. There are two types of actuator. One is linear actuator and other one is a rotary actuator. Normally linear actuator is called as a cylinder, rotary actuator is called as a motor. In double acting cylinder, we can able to develop force and motion. It converts hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. The force which is developed, which is equal to pressure of an oil into area of a piston. Next one is the pressure gauge. It is a major component of hydraulic system. It shows the pressure reading. The pressure settings can also be made by looking to the pressure gauge. Without pressure gauge, it is not possible to make the pressure relief valve setting and unloading valve setting. The filter, the main function of filter already know, which is used to remove the solid contaminant from the oil, and also it provides clean hydraulic oil to the system. It supplies the clean hydraulic oil to the system. So you can see the components of a hydraulic system. At bottom, there is a reservoir that we call as an oil tank. Above that, you can see there is a filter which is placed. And after that, there is a pump which helps to suck the oil from the reservoir, which is passes through filter. The filter which removes the impurities of the oil and supplies good quality of oil to that direction control valve. There is a pressure regulator. We can able to maintain constant pressure to that system. The direction control valve helps to move the rate of direction of flow of an oil during extension and retraction. You can see the actuator. Actuator is normally called as a cylinder for extension and retraction purpose. So this is the main components of hydraulic system. You can see the basic hydraulic circuit. At bottom there is a reservoir which is used to store the hydraulic oil, and then there is an unidirectional fixed displacement pump is placed. You can see the 4x3 lever actuated spring center direction control valve, and then double acting cylinder we are used for extension and retraction purpose. There are three conditions we are used. At normal stage, there is no fluid flow happens in that system, because you can see this is the normal port. Whenever the oil which is passes through unidirectional pump from the reservoir, which is directly sent into that pressure relief valve, because the port in direction control valve, the port P and T which is closed. So when we are activating the lever on left hand side, you can see that how the extension cylinder extension takes place. You can see the fluid flow happens from reservoir with the help of pump, which is directly connected to the direction control valve. The rate of flow of oil from P port to A port, the cylinder start extension from A to A, and whatever the oil at rod end of the cylinder will goes to B to B, and which is stored into the tank. This is the happens when we are activating the lever at left hand side. Similarly, when we are activating the lever at right hand side, you can see that how the fluid flow will happens. The fluid flow happens from reservoir through pump and that port P to B, and then fluid flow from B to B. Whatever the oil at rod end of the cylinder will move to head portion of the cylinder, and then whatever the oil in head portion of the cylinder will move to A and A to T, which is stored into the tank. This is a simple explanation for extension and retraction in basic hydraulic circuit. You can see these are the three position: neutral position, extension position, and retraction position. At neutral position, there is no fluid flow will happens. When you are activating the lever, how the fluid flow will happens from reservoir to pump, which is directly sent into the direction control valve from P to A. The cylinder will be extended. Whatever the oil from rod end of the cylinder will flows from B to B and stored into the tank. You can see that retraction stroke. You can see the right hand side of the image, retraction stroke. The fluid flow from reservoir to direction control valve with the help of pump. will the fluid flow will happens from P to B, again B to B. Whatever the oil at rod end of the position will helps to retract the cylinder. Whatever the oil at head position of the cylinder will move from A to A and A to T, which is stored into the tank. So this is the simple basic hydraulic circuit explanation for extension stroke, neutral position, and retraction position. You should know what is the major difference between hydraulic system and a pneumatic system. So in hydraulic system, pressurized liquid we are using. In pneumatic system, compressed gas we are using. So normally hydraulic system are designed as a closed system. In pneumatic system, we are designed as an open system. Whenever the system gets slowed down, if leakage happens in hydraulic system, leakage does not affect the system in pneumatic system. So valve operation is very difficult in hydraulic system. We can easy to operate the valve in pneumatic system. Generally, oil we are using in hydraulic system, so which is in heavier in weight. We are using an compressor gas in pneumatic system, so light in weight. Pumps which we are used to provide pressurized liquid in pneumatic system, we are using compressor which helps to provide compressor gas. So this system, hydraulic system, is unsafe to fire hazard because we are using an oil, so it may can happens catches fire. In pneumatic system, you can see this is system is free from hazard because we are using an compressor gas. Final thing is the automatic lubrication will be provided because we are using an hydraulic oil which supplies for the entire system from direction control valve to cylinder, that is actuator. So automatic lubrication will be provided in a hydraulic system. In pneumatic system, you can see we have to make a special arrangement for lubricating that part. So these are the major difference between hydraulic and pneumatic system. So you can see the major advantage of fluid power. So fluid power system is very simple. We can easily to operate and can be controlled accurately. This is a multifunctional control, economical, and we can able to produce constant force to that fluid power system. Whenever the work output moves in few millimeter or several millimeter per minute, we can able to create that constant force with the help of fluid power system. So motion can be instantly reversed when you are actuating that lever from left hand side for extension and right hand side for retraction. So the motion can be instantly reversed. So safety in hazardous environment, we can see that multiplication of smaller force, we can able to achieve greater force for performing work. Next one, you can see the parts of the hydraulic system which is easily lubricated because we are using hydraulic fluid itself. So the major application of fluid power system, first one is agricultural, aviation, industries like fabrication industry, foundry, glass, oil industry, plastic industry, printing industry, and so on. A lot of industries we are using both hydraulic and pneumatic system. Construction equipments, entertainment, jigs and fixtures, mining, robotics, material handling, and vehicle. These are the n number of applications which the help of hydraulic and pneumatic system we can control and perform to do work. Thank you.